The 5 daily habits that will change your life. Life is a journey, a path filled with endless opportunities for growth, inner peace, and fulfillment. But have you ever wondered how small, mindful changes in your daily routine could lead to a profound transformation? Imagine waking up each morning with a sense of clarity, moving through your day with intention, and finding balance between mind, body, and spirit. In this guide, I will share with you 5 life-changing habits inspired by Buddhist philosophy, practices that have not only transformed my life but can also help you cultivate a more mindful, peaceful, and meaningful existence. These are not abstract ideas or theories, they are practical, actionable steps that anyone can implement. Through personal stories, real-life experiences, and ancient wisdom, we will explore how these habits can bring greater joy and balance into your daily life. So, take a deep breath, settle into the present moment, and join me on this transformative journey. Let's embrace the power of mindful living, one habit at a time. Habit 1. Waking up early. Waking up early is a practice that many successful individuals swear by. However, in Buddhism, waking up early is not just about productivity, it is about mindfulness, clarity, and embracing the present moment. Buddhist monks start their day before sunrise, often at 4 or 5 a.m. This is the most tranquil time of the day when the mind is fresh and the world is still. Waking up early allows us to engage in meaningful activities like meditation, reflection, and setting our intentions for the day. The early morning is seen as a sacred time in Buddhist practice. It is when the mind is least disturbed by external noise and distractions, making it the perfect time for deep contemplation. Monks use this time to chant sutras, meditate, and cultivate gratitude. According to Buddhist philosophy, the first thoughts in the morning can shape the energy of the entire day, which is why it is essential to begin with a peaceful and intentional mindset. My story. I was never a morning person. I used to snooze my alarm multiple times and start my day in a rush. My mornings were chaotic, and I always felt like I was playing catch-up. One day, I decided to experiment. I set my alarm for 5 a.m. and committed to waking up at that time for a week. The first few days were tough. I felt groggy, and the urge to go back to sleep was overwhelming. But by the 3rd day, something incredible happened. The silence of the morning felt almost sacred. I had time to stretch, breathe, and reflect before the world became noisy. One particular morning, I decided to take a walk outside just as the sun was rising. The sky was painted in hues of orange and pink. The air was crisp, and the world felt new. In that moment, I felt deeply connected to everything around me. That simple experience changed my perception of early mornings. It was no longer about forcing myself to wake up early. It was about embracing the peace that comes with it. Lesson from Buddhist teachings. The Buddha often spoke about the power of mindfulness in everyday life. Waking up early gives us the space to cultivate awareness and start the day with intention. Instead of being swept away by the chaos of the day, we can begin with clarity and purpose. There is a Buddhist proverb that says, "When the mind is still, the world surrenders." This means that by finding stillness in the morning, we set the tone for the rest of the day. The habit of waking up early is not about forcing oneself into productivity but about creating space for self-reflection, gratitude, and spiritual nourishment. Many Buddhist monks practice the 4 reflections upon waking each morning. 1. Gratitude for being alive. 2. Acknowledging impermanence and embracing the present moment. 3. Setting an intention for the day with mindfulness. 4. Dedicating one's actions to kindness and wisdom. This simple practice can transform our mornings from rushed chaos into moments of peace and clarity. Practical tip. Start by waking up just 15 minutes earlier than usual. Use this time for a simple mindfulness practice like deep breathing, stretching, or journaling. Gradually increase the time, and soon, you will look forward to your peaceful mornings. To make waking up early easier, follow these simple steps. Avoid screens at least an hour before bed. Create a relaxing bedtime routine, such as reading or meditating. Place your alarm clock across the room to avoid hitting snooze. Drink a glass of water upon waking to rehydrate and energize your body. Step outside for fresh air or natural light to help reset your body's internal clock. When waking up early becomes a habit, you will begin to notice subtle yet profound changes in your mental clarity, emotional balance, and overall sense of well-being. Habit 2. Daily exercise. Buddhism teaches us the importance of taking care of both the mind and the body. The Buddha himself emphasized the middle path, a balanced life that includes physical well-being. My story. I used to find every excuse to avoid exercise. I'm too tired, I don't have time, or I'll start tomorrow. But one day, I decided to move my body for at least 20 minutes every day. I started with simple activities, stretching, yoga, and short walks. After a few days, I noticed an incredible shift. My energy levels improved, my mood lifted, and I felt more connected to my body. One morning, while jogging in the park, I felt an overwhelming sense of freedom. The simple act of moving my body allowed me to clear my mind and feel more present. One of the biggest turning points in my fitness journey came when I started incorporating mindfulness into my exercise routine. Instead of viewing exercise as a chore, I began treating it as a form of moving meditation. Whether it was yoga, running, or even a simple walk, I started paying attention to every sensation, the feeling of my feet hitting the ground, the rhythm of my breath, and the energy flowing through my body. This shift in mindset made exercise not just enjoyable but deeply fulfilling. Buddhist insight. Buddhist monks engage in walking meditation, a practice where they walk slowly and mindfully, paying attention to each step. Exercise does not have to be intense. It can be as simple as mindful walking, stretching, or deep breathing. Exercise is not just about physical health, it is also about cultivating discipline and self-awareness. The Buddha encouraged movement as part of a balanced lifestyle. When we exercise, we become more attuned to our body's needs, allowing us to develop greater self-compassion. Movement also aligns with the Buddhist principle of impermanence. Everything is constantly changing, including our physical health. By honoring and taking care of our bodies, we show gratitude for the vessel that allows us to experience life. Practical tip. Find a form of movement that you enjoy. It could be yoga, dancing, or even taking a walk in nature. The key is consistency and mindfulness. If you struggle to stay consistent, try setting a specific time each day for movement. Choosing an activity you genuinely enjoy. Practicing mindful movement, focusing on each breath and step. Incorporating short bursts of exercise if you have a busy schedule. Listening to uplifting music or guided meditations while you move. By committing to daily exercise, you will not only strengthen your body but also cultivate a deep sense of inner peace, mental resilience, and clarity. Habit 3. Journaling. Writing down our thoughts is a powerful way to reflect and gain insight into our emotions. In Buddhist philosophy, self-reflection is essential for growth and self-awareness. My story. I never considered myself a journal person, but when I started writing down my thoughts every night, I discovered patterns in my emotions and behaviors. Journaling became my space for self-discovery. It helped me process my fears, celebrate my victories, and let go of unnecessary worries. One particular evening, I was overwhelmed by stress and anxiety. I decided to pour all my thoughts onto paper without any structure or judgment. The moment I finished writing, I felt a sense of relief. I realized that my mind had been holding onto unnecessary burdens. This simple practice helped me clear my mind and gain clarity on what truly mattered. Buddhist insight. In Buddhist practice, self-inquiry is a crucial part of spiritual growth. The more we understand our thoughts and emotions, the more we can let go of what no longer serves us. The Buddha taught that self-awareness leads to wisdom, and wisdom leads to liberation from suffering. Journaling is like a meditation on paper. When we write mindfully, we slow down our thoughts and gain deeper clarity. The practice of writing down our experiences and emotions aligns with the Buddhist principle of mindfulness, being fully present and aware of our inner world. Practical tip. Take 5 minutes each night to write about your day. What made you happy? What challenged you? What are you grateful for? Over time, you will gain a deeper understanding of yourself. Some useful journal prompts. What emotions did I experience today? And why? What lesson did I learn from today's experiences? How can I cultivate more compassion toward myself and others? What am I grateful for at this moment? By incorporating journaling into your daily routine, you will gradually develop a deeper sense of self-awareness and emotional clarity. Habit 4. Mindful eating. Eating mindfully is about appreciating food as nourishment for the body and mind. Many of us eat in a rush, distracted by screens, or driven by emotions. My story. I used to eat while watching TV, barely noticing my food. When I started eating mindfully, savoring each bite, appreciating the flavors, and eating slowly, I found myself enjoying food more and eating less. One evening, I decided to eat in complete silence, focusing entirely on my meal. I noticed the different textures of my food, the aroma of the spices, and the warmth of each bite. That experience made me realize how disconnected I had been from the simple act of eating. I started eating more slowly, chewing mindfully, and appreciating the nourishment my food provided. Buddhist insight. Monks practice mindful eating by fully focusing on their food, chewing slowly, and expressing gratitude. This not only enhances digestion but also deepens the connection between mind and body. The Buddha taught that eating is not merely for pleasure but for sustaining life and supporting spiritual practice. When we eat mindfully, we become aware of the sources of our food, the effort taken to prepare it, and the nourishment it provides. This practice cultivates gratitude and helps us develop a healthier relationship with food. Practical tip. Try eating one meal mindfully each day. Put away your phone, take deep breaths before eating, and truly taste your food. You will be amazed at how much more satisfying your meals become. Here are some mindful eating practices. Eat in silence for at least 5 minutes during each meal. Chew each bite at least 20 times to fully experience the texture and flavor. Express gratitude for the meal before eating. Pay attention to how different foods make you feel, physically and emotionally. By making mindful eating a daily habit, you will find greater satisfaction in your meals and a deeper appreciation for the nourishment that food provides. Habit 5. Limiting screen time. We live in a world dominated by screens. Excessive screen time affects our sleep, mental health, and ability to be present. My story. I used to spend hours scrolling through social media, feeling drained and unproductive. When I set boundaries, limiting my screen time and engaging in more offline activities, I felt more connected to the present moment. One day, I challenged myself to spend an entire afternoon without checking my phone. At first, I felt uneasy, as if I were missing out on something. But as the hours passed, I felt a sense of calm and freedom. I spent more time outdoors, had deeper conversations, and felt more engaged in the world around me. Buddhist insight. In Buddhism, the concept of right concentration teaches us to focus on what truly matters. Reducing distractions helps us cultivate mindfulness and live more intentionally. Monks live with minimal distractions, dedicating their time to meditation and self-reflection. While we may not live in a monastery, we can still create mindful boundaries with technology to enhance our focus and well-being. Practical tip. Try reducing your screen time by 30 minutes each day. Use that time for reading, meditating, or spending time in nature. The more you disconnect from screens, the more you reconnect with yourself. Strategies to limit screen time. Set a no phone rule 1 hour before bedtime. Use apps that track and limit your screen time. Designate screen-free zones, such as the dining table. Replace screen time with a hobby, such as reading or journaling. By consciously reducing screen time, you will find more opportunities for mindfulness, deeper connections with others, and a greater sense of balance in your daily life. Conclusion. As we reach the end of this journey, remember that transformation begins with small, intentional steps. These 5 habits, waking up early, daily exercise, journaling, mindful eating, and limiting screen time, may seem simple, but their impact can be truly profound. They are rooted in Buddhist wisdom and offer a pathway to greater peace, mindfulness, and fulfillment. If you're looking to bring positive change into your life, start with just one habit. Commit to it, practice it with intention, and witness how even the smallest shift can lead to remarkable results over time. Life is not about perfection, it's about progress, awareness, and the willingness to grow. Which habit will you embrace first? Let me know in the comments, and if you found this guide helpful, don't forget to share it with someone who might benefit. Thank you for being here, and may your path be filled with peace, wisdom, and happiness. See you on the journey ahead.